All King Solomon's goblets were gold, and all the household articles in the palace of the forest of Lebanon were pure gold. Nothing was made of silver, because silver was considered of little value in Solomon's days. 2 Chronicles 9 and verse 20. Verse 22. King Solomon was greater in riches and wisdom than all the other kings of the earth. All the kings of the earth sought audience with Solomon to hear the wisdom God had put in his heart. Year after year, everyone who came brought a gift, articles of silver and gold and robes, weapons and spices and horses and mules. In verse 27, the king made silver as common in Jerusalem as stones, and cedar was plentiful as a sycamore fig tree in the foothills. Solomon's horses were imported from Egypt and from all other countries. Grace of multiplication. In this hour, the key to the grace of multiplication we are considering is wisdom. Power of wisdom. The Bible has told us in the days of Solomon, silver was considered of lesser value because of how much gold was available. And even verse 27 has said, the king made silver as common in Jerusalem as stones. Wow. I love that grace. You increase, you multiply in the area of money until to you money is a common thing, is no longer a rare commodity. What was the defining or catalyst of this kind of high numbers of gold and silver? It was wisdom. Because people have said, all kings, look at the people who Solomon was connected to. He was connected to the kings of the earth, and it is all the kings of the earth sought audience with Solomon to hear the wisdom God had put in his heart. So this wisdom is not just a wisdom. It is wisdom God had put in his heart. So it is wisdom from the heart. Wisdom from the heart. So this is a spiritual oriented wisdom. And the kings came all over from the earth. And when they came to Solomon, they brought him a gift, article of silver and gold, robes, weapons, spices, horses, and mules. So this gentleman called King Solomon, in no way was he struggling financially. Actually, to him, money was as common as the stones in the streets. The stones on the street, we use them when they are striking our heels, when they are causing us to stumble. But Solomon had made silver as common as those stones. Meaning, instead of stumbling on a stone, you would stumble on a silver. Instead of being dusted or dirted by littered papers in the street, you get dirted by notes of 1,000 Kenya shillings, 500,000, and they are all over. It's not just one. He had made silver as manna, the way manna was flowing and filling the camp of Israel. Why? Because of wisdom. What we are lacking in our modern day, so that we may walk with the flow of increase, is wisdom. Wisdom of the heart, in terms of ideas, in terms of strategies, in terms of mechanisms, the wisdom of the heart, in terms of favor, in terms of revelations, in terms of visions, in terms of unique dimensions, in terms of doing business with God. You know, in Ezekiel 28, the Bible says something there that is very interesting about wisdom. Ezekiel 28, and it puts it this way in verse 4. By your wisdom and understanding, you have gained wealth for yourself and amassed gold and silver. By your great skill in trading, you have increased your wealth. So there is a form of wisdom that if God gives you, ushers you into the dimension of multiplication. You only increase in mechanisms or in skills or in strategies or in relationships that have a monetary gain. If that relationship has no monetary gain, it is narrow and void. Because I've been told the kings of all the earth came to Solomon, but none came empty-handed. They all came with a gift of gold, a gift of silver, a gift of clothing, a gift of horse, a gift of mule, that even his cups were made of gold. The seat he was sitting on, made of gold. And in the streets, the silver was as common as stones, because wisdom was attracting connections that contains monetary dimension. And many of us are surrounded with the people who have no value whatsoever to us. Actually, they only bring us troubles, pains, sufferings. They don't have anything that can turn around your fortunes. Proverbs 24 verse 3. By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. With knowledge rooms, your faculties, your departments of life are filled with rare and beautiful treasures in terms of mindset, attitude, in terms of ideas, ideologies, strategies, manifestos, manuscripts, in terms of visions, in terms of branding. You keep on coming up with new products. In terms of discernment and intelligence, you know what is trading at this moment, so you flow with the wave and you make your gain, simply because you have the wisdom of the heart, which is given by God. Why are you struggling with limitation? Can you activate the wisdom of the heart that is given by God while you're at Mount Horeb? Amen.